Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3.
Yes.
How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? I would first like to start this episode with telling everyone to pause. If you are listening on any of the podcast streaming sites, Apple, Spotify, Anchor, please give us a review. Preferably the 5 stars, because we are children and we like to be validated. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss an episode this season, because it's going to be good.
Season
Anyways,
4.
How are you feeling?
Meh. A little stuffy, but... And no, it's not the vid. I remember the last time I said that. And
Why did you have to say it now? Because you probably were going to jinx it.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. It didn't age well. But no, I definitely got tested. And it's negative. And plus, I caught this cold from my nephew, who, again, then got sick because he's in daycare. And plus, we're in cold and flu season, too. I think we forget... Not saying it's normal, but those were the typical things we were already dealing with prior to COVID. The scary thing is COVID gives those same literal... symptoms. So now you panic.
You're doing what you did the last episode where you said this is not COVID, and then a couple days later you said it's not COVID. So but no explanation needed. We understand what COVID is. It's been 2 years.
Unfortunately. So. But yes.
Here we are.
We're alive and well. I'm excited for the season. I know it's still we're the third episode but it's still exciting. A lot of new things. As you guys if you guys haven't noticed already.
The aesthetics has changed.
The setup is a little different.
Yeah. We're growing over here. We're thriving.
Mm-hmm.
We're learning a lot, with scheduling, editing, and just being more on top of shit. But I digress from all of that. Thank you for everyone who did subscribe, and comment, and give us a rating. Now back to the episode. So,
yes,
today is a very interesting topic. I'm actually pretty excited about it because of the spiciness.
Yes.
I love a good spicy episode.
Sorry.
We are going to talk about the 10 side chick commandments.
Ooh. I know you're probably like, the fuck they talking about? Y'all supporting side chicks?
Yes. No, actually. But I wanted to, before we start getting into the 10 commandments of a side chick, have you ever experienced having to deal with a side chick? Have you ever been a side chick? What are we talking about?
I've been a side chick unknowingly, and then found out about my exes literally having one. But this is before the term side chick became a thing. It became known as the term to call it. It was just like, oh, you cheated on me with another bitch, but it was never like, oh, you got a whole side chick. It wasn't the term just yet. But I was one without knowing. The guy had a girlfriend, but I didn't know he perceived to be single. And we pursued to get to know each other. And he didn't give me any signaling of you know how some people, when you first start talking to them, you have access to them all day, but at night they go mute. It wasn't even like that. We still were able to have conversations, stuff like that. And I started to get comfortable with him to the point I let him use my car. And that's why, ladies, if he ain't got no car, don't be letting this nigga use your car unless he's your husband or y'all fully committed. But these niggas out here, stop letting them use your car. And I'm speaking from experience. Let him use my car. Come to find out he had the girlfriend in my car. And how I found out he had a girlfriend. So I happened to his phone. This is the day and age where just Facebook was mostly your interaction, people. This is 2009, 2010. And I messaged him hey, I know your phone is dead. Is everything okay? I know you're supposed to come through. And then I get a message back from his page. So I'm thinking he's responding. As it turns out, it's his girlfriend. The girlfriend's the reason why he ain't coming over is because he got caught. He has a girlfriend. And I instantly responded back because I was just fresh out of a relationship a year ago from dealing with someone who was cheating. And I instantly felt God knows how she found out, and I'm going to feel bad. Instantly told her oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know he had a girlfriend. He came off as single and da 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 da. So of course he was telling her different stories oh, I only got with her because he only got with me because I had a fat ass. And, you know, honestly, that hurt my feelings. Because it's like, whoa, you're only with me because of part of my body? Like, but that's not how you was making me feel. Mm-hmm. And that's why I hate when men give women boyfriend qualities or future husband qualities when you're not really about that life. Stop wasting people's time. And that shit made me really, really angry. To a point, if you remember, when I wanted to pull up to his house. Jessica hated that shit. But no,
I will never forgive her for that.
I was in my moment. Girl, I was 23. Excuse me.
We need to stop using those excuses. I was 23.
But I was acting off of my emotion. Like, I'm so mad I want him to pay for it. Because it's like, you already knew what I went through. And then you're going to do the exact same thing. And I understand, like, she might be upset. And she might look at me funny. Because it's like, oh, this is the girl or the bitch she was dealing with. Mm-hmm. And I get it. Because I've been on the other side of that. Mm-hmm. Knowing that I was with someone, finding out they cheated on me. But they not only cheated on me, it wasn't just a one-time thing. It was like they literally was pursuing this person, building supposedly something with them while they had me. And I'm like, how y'all niggas have time for all that? But I started to catch on to the vibes that things they were used to doing, they were no longer doing. Yeah. And I started to notice, like, you're not texting me goodnight. You're not making sure I'm home safe. Like, what's up with that? And then I was so, I'm overreacting when I wasn't, because it's like, this is something we constantly did to each other, making sure we get home safe, and now you're not doing it. What's going on? So I felt it on both ends. Yeah. So that's how I was like, ooh, I've been a side chick, not openly saying like, oh yeah, I'm proud to be one, but I didn't know. And then being the girlfriend now, finding out that my significant other was pretty much in a whole other relationship with somebody. It wasn't like someone that just fucked and kept it pushing. Still wrong, but still, this is a person you was pursuing, making time for them and whatnot. And you know what dawned on me the other day? I don't know who I was talking to. But you know the sickening thing is that my ex used to purposely get into arguments with me because he knew when I argue with him, if I'm pissed off enough, I'm not going to go to his house. Yeah. I will go home because it's like, I don't want to see you and deal with you. And he would plan these shits because he knows she ain't coming. So now my other girl can come through. And it dawned on me like a couple of months ago, and you know how you laugh about things that happen, like, yo, this nigga,
he is some more.
Yo, literally, let me piss her off because her ass ain't coming over here when she mad at me and my other thing come through. So it was crazy to me, like, how was he getting away with it? Now that you put two and two together years later, you're like, damn, this nigga really got me.
He's smart. He's smart.
You're smart, even though you're still stupid, but you're smart.
Right.
What about you?
So I don't. So there was two incidents. Ooh, Jesus. Okay, so I was once. I believed anyways that I was because of the circumstances, but I believe I was the side chick at one point. I remember coming from work. I was on the train, and I got off the train, and I see my girlfriend at the time, and it's with a few of the other friends that I'm very familiar with, and one of the friends like runs up to me and gives me a hug and like tries to turn my body around, like being really weird. And I was like, girl, are you okay? Like, she's like trying to divert my eyes
from
in
what
a
you're supposed to see.
different direction. And then I realized, oh, that's my girlfriend, and there's another girl who I'm not familiar with. They're not acting affectionate with each other, but
it's not innocent.
But something's there because you guys are doing too much to get me to like not see. Okay. And then like that I didn't entertain because I didn't have nothing to like bring up. And then a few months we break up, and then maybe 2 or 3 months later, she's public with this girl.
The fuck you talking about?
So I was just like, say less. But I mean, it was a trash ass relationship anyway, so I wasn't really bugging about it. But I will say, I had a side person, if that makes sense. It wasn't like official, like we didn't do anything physically at the time, but I was in a relationship, and there was a guy that was very much into me, and I wasn't really necessarily attracted to him, but he was fun to like flirt with and talk to and all this fun stuff. And I was going to a party, and my significant other at the time was like, oh, like, why are you going to this party? I don't want you going to this party. You're going to go to this party while I'm at your house, and blah, 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 blah. And kept pushing me not going. And so I just bit the bullet and was like, fuck it, come with me to the party since you're so concerned of, like, who's there and who's not. Because my significant other at the time knew, like, this guy, who was, like, considered my side guy, although we were not physical at that time, liked me, I liked him, etc. So when we got to the party, I seen him and I got like super excited, but it was like super obvious. And I went to go introduce him to my significant other, and I said, "Oh, this is my friend." Like, I'm introducing him to my significant other, like, "Oh, side dude, this is my friend."
Oh shit.
And I don't know why that like happened. I was like, I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm gonna say his name is Joe. Hey Joe, this is my friend, even though that friend is my significant other.
So you guys already made it official.
Huh?
You guys had already made it official?
You weren't listening to the story, were you?
No, I was.
So I was in a relationship. I was going to a party. I had a dude that was very much attracted to me. I was attracted to him. We weren't physical in any shape or form at the time. This transpired, but my significant other was like, "Yo, why are you going to this party? Why are you going to this party?" So I was like, "Fuck it, you're so concerned about me going to this party because you assume something's gonna happen, so just come with me." So we're in the car, and the dude Joe, and that's not his name, but I'm giving you a random fucking name. Joe comes up to the car and was like super excited to see me. I got super excited, obviously, but didn't realize like my energy changed. Ooh. And then I go, "Joe, this is my friend," and I'm pointing to my significant other at the time. "This is my friend so and so." And my significant other looked at me like,
and that's when she knew she
bitch. And she and my significant other was like so angry with me the whole night and ruined the whole night. And yeah, it was crazy. But I ended up breaking up in that relationship, and maybe like a few months later, probably not even that, probably almost a year, I talked to Joe.
Yeah, I fucking
Shut
can't.
the hell up.
It was funny because it took me, I'm like, wait, what? No, because your storytelling is usually pretty interesting, so.
Yeah, so I've been a side chick without knowing it directly, and then I've had a side person, but we weren't physical at the time that I was in a relationship. But I say all that to say we put some polls up on Instagram, and Peggy's gonna read off some of the questions and give off the results.
Yes. So, luckily, you know what's so funny? I was gonna delete the questions, and then thank God I didn't, because I realized when I screenshot the percentages, I didn't get to screenshot the question that was posted online. All right. So the first question we asked you guys: have you ever knowingly been a side chick? And it's split. 50% said yes, and the other 50% said no.
Yeah. Knowingly been a side chick? Yeah.
50% said they knowingly knew they were side chicks, and the other 50% said didn't know.
Yeah.
The second question: where can you typically find the side chicks? And the options were in the comments, in the likes, nowhere on his social media, and I also added on his phone. So comments, there were 0%. No one said comments. 29% said in the likes, and 71% said on his phone.
Under fucking settings.
Yo.
With the settings image.
Jesus Christ. The next one: how many side chicks is too many? The options were 1 is too many. 88% of you agreed. 5 is 0, and 10. 12% of you guys believe 10 was too many
much.
Side chicks.
So that means enough. Yeah, I was saying, so 1 is cool, 2 is cool, 5 is cool, 9 is cool. But once you get that 10 threshold, you're just like,
that's it. That's too much for y'all. 10. Yeah. Ugh, Lord, even the thought of you thinking of entertaining another woman is too much for me. Okay, you talking about 10? The fuck? Okay. I think the last question we asked: Have you ever caught the side chick with your man? Options were yes, no, and bitch, are you done? So 17% said yes, 50% said no, and 33% said, bitch, are you dumb? But I will say I caught an ex with his woman, his side chick, in the bed with him.
Bitch, you better be joking. Are you okay?
Now you say, what did I do? Well, clearly I didn't do nothing crazy because I'm with you guys on this podcast and not in jail.
Not in jail. Not as not Shattuck. Is it Shattuck?
It wouldn't be Shattuck.
No.
I would. Shirley Max. Yeah, I think is that the maximum prison for women? Yeah.
Well, not for. I don't know. Maybe.
There's not a lot of women prisons in Massachusetts or in the country for that matter. But we are violent.
Not the crazy ones.
We're not the crazy ones, but we're not as violent as men. But we can be. Typically, on average, we are more vicious with our attacks. So, as you can see, clearly I didn't do anything because I'm here. You know, I have a job. I work with children, so I can be trusted. Yeah. But my thing is, you know how I think in our previous episode, how you say, oh, when this happens to you, this is what I'm going to do, but you don't know. I was, like I said, I was one of those people like, oh, if I ever, this is what I'm going to do. No, you literally freeze because honest to God, you do not expect the person to do you like that. You really don't. And it's crazy because I was dealing with a lot at that time. And people who know me, who know the story, once I start telling it, you're going to know. I was dealing with the death of my grandmother. She literally passed. She was going to pass that week. She passed away that Thursday. And I caught him Monday. So not only am I dealing with my ex at the time cheating on me, I'm dealing with now the death of my grandmother. So many emotions going on. And I never fully got the time to really break down and process that because there's too much. And I don't think I ever processed that ever. Maybe I had some mental breakdowns and cried in the shower or something, but never really sat with a professional to talk about it. So I think that also affected me, my trust when it comes to men. And I know there's good men out there, but we want men to also understand when a woman is already in her right mind and her heart, she want to be a good woman to the end, and she spends a good chunk of her lifetime, especially in her early 20s, maybe early 30s, dealing with the wrong men. You have to be patient. And I'm not saying it's okay to take physical or mental abuse from a woman that has been hurt, and then for the sake of your relationship, you're tolerating her talking to you any which way because she has trust issues. Not saying that at all. But please be kind because we are healing ourselves from the type of men that you probably once were. Because, you know, me talking to my boyfriend, he's like, I get it. Because it's like, I'm a good man now, but I also have to understand I did some hurt. So now, a lot of men that do hurt, they expect to find the good woman. But I'm like, you fail to realize you went along your lifetime damaging women too. So you might luck up and find a good one, but be mindful of that. You were destroying and breaking hearts. So he's supposed to bring me to work. And we had this thing where I'll drive up to his house. He'll come out, drop me off at work because there was nowhere to park. And then I'll go to work and then he'll pick me up. But I realized he's not picking up his phone. And I said, shit, he probably overslept. I'm like, fuck, I gotta hurry up and get to work because I know there's traffic. So, of course, I had keys. It was agreed upon. I have a set of keys. I didn't force my way to have keys. I get the key and I'm like, okay, he's probably knocked out. I know I'm going to find him knocked out in the bed. So I go upstairs and because this whole time on the way there to his house, he's not answering the phone. I typically call him right before I leave my house because I know it's going to take me about 20 minutes to get there. And then when I'm almost there, I'll call again, which I did. And he's still not answering. I'm like, fuck, he's really knocked out. So I get the key, run up the stairs, and I lock the door and I start walking. But I don't say anything because I'm like, okay, it's quiet, so he's dead asleep. Girl, I open up that door. I see him, his ass laid out on his back, but there's a light-skinned body next to him. It ain't his child because this woman is fully naked.
Yeah.
And I walked up to him because my heart is beating so fast now. If my heart could jump out my mouth, it would have. That day, it would have. And I looked him dead in his face, and he's asleep like nothing has happened. Ain't that some shit? You sleeping like there's nothing happening, and then devastating you right in your face.
When I've been cheating on my girlfriend all night.
I said his name. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? His eyes open. You know when you your eyeballs about to jump out your head. That's what he looked like. I started losing my mind. The girl woke up too like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, oh shit, bitch. I started spazzing, breaking shit. I was like, I got something for that ass. So I started walking to the kitchen. Oh my God, I started opening up the drawers. I was so angry. His roommate was there. He was like, are you okay? I'm like, no, nothing's not fucking okay. That piece of shit is fucking cheating on me. He has a bitch like that. I guess the girl was still looking for her clothes. He's trying to protect her. I'm like, oh, you're trying to protect her? How dare you? And then I dropped my keys because I threw my keys at him. And I was like, I need to get my keys. So he's standing in, he's like at this space and the room's to the left. And I guess the girl's still looking for her clothes. So I just need to get my keys.
Did she say oh shit because she knew that he was in a relationship?
I don't know. Till this day, I'm like, is she saying oh shit that, oh shit, he got caught or shit? Like, I knew he had a girlfriend, but I was expecting her ass to pop up. I don't know. I really don't know. So as I grabbed my keys, I bolted for the fucking door. Boop, and as I'm about to grab her, he grabs me. I'm like, let me fucking go. You're trying to protect this man. But not realizing my anger should be more on him.
Yep.
And not on her. Because he allowed her into his space. He allowed her into the bed, the same bed we have sex on too. Like, the fuck? Like, he allowed her into the premises. She didn't just force her way up there. Like, he invited her. And as women, as I'm getting older as women, I get it. Even when, unfortunately enough, sometimes it could be your own friend that probably has slept with your man. And I've heard stories of that. Then I don't know where the anger should go towards, because at that moment I probably would have fucked both of them up, because it's like, you're my man and you're my friend, or you're my sibling and you're my man and y'all sleeping with each other. That don't make no sense. As opposed to him sleeping with someone that you have no connection to. She doesn't owe you any loyalty, nothing. He does. But I didn't see that at that time because I was angry. I was hurt. It's like, and I'm still in shock. It got to a point like I didn't know who to turn to, who to call at that moment, because it was like, one, am I going to feel embarrassed? Because it's like, I love this person and I was in love with them, and then to see like this is how they would hurt me. It's one thing when you find this person cheating through the phone, like they probably already slept with them, but the evidence is later. I was supposed to literally catch them red-handed. It's like, how do you feel from that? And some people still acting like, girl, how were you able to move on past that and then still take it back? Till this day, I can't even tell you. Part of it is blinded by love, and it wasn't the love that I was supposed to be getting, because true love and real love, when someone really honestly respects your relationship and respects you as a person, they wouldn't put you through that. Right. And I get it, people make mistakes, but they wouldn't put you through that type of hurt. I literally did not talk to that man going on to 3 weeks. My grandmother passed. I have to go to Haiti, deal with a funeral. So that also gave me perspective too. I've learned, like, I don't want to run and tell my friends or people I'm close with, this is what he did to me, because then y'all gonna look at him different. Oh, for sure. Especially if my ass is like, I'm gonna take it back. I know you're like, bitch, are you dumb?
Oh, 100%. I've done that though. Like, I've done that where friends is like telling me all of their shit with that man, and I'm like, okay. And then they finally get the courage to leave, right? And then they find themselves back there, and I'm like, are you dumb?
I think part of it too, you being so in love and thinking that, and I think it's a gift and a curse in us women, thinking that you being the person that you are is going to make the person change or want to change. But it's like, if they don't want to change, no matter what we do, what we say, they're not going to change until they fucking want to. And by then it may be too late for them, because by then you already moved on and you don't want to go through that shit again. So they already fucked up the trust, and he did fuck up my trust, and I really tried my best to learn how to trust him again, but it was very hard, because it's like, that shit can play back in my mind. It's like, trauma? PTSD?
Right. Trauma, is that you?
Girl,
it's so bad. But, I mean, we've all been there. We've all been stupid. We've all been silly and taking things back, and it's not okay. But I did find a very interesting article on, because I wanted to do a little bit of research on, like, maybe the psychology of, like, why people think side chicks are okay. Yeah. But then I came across a list. It was called the SideChick Commandments. Ooh, child. So I want to read it off. It's 10 commandments, obviously. And so, and maybe we can add some context to each commandment. Okay. The first one, and it's in no, like, order. So the first commandment is, thou shalt not fall in love. The odds of you being in a relationship with this person is less than likely. And if you do end up being in a relationship with this person eventually, like you upgrade from side chick to girlfriend, more than likely you're gonna find another side chick in your relationship.
How they say how you
met them is how you lose them?
Yes, there you go.
Commandment 2, do not connect on any socials. This is why you don't find a lot of these girls on their social medias. And if you do, they're not here commenting. They're not...
There's some that are bold, though. There's some bold side chicks out there.
I think the boldest they'll get is, like, liking a comment, liking a post. That's how I found out if my man is talking to another person.
Oh, you want to know how I found out?
In the bed?
It wasn't in... No. See, this is why I said I didn't learn my lesson. A few... 3 years after that. This is like literally almost a year when I was about to break up with him.
Yeah.
He had a side chick and knew about the girl. I didn't know about the girl. I knew of her, but I didn't expect her to do this. And it wasn't like we were friends, we were tight or anything like that, but we knew of each other. She started, her page wasn't private, but at one point I think we were friends, like following each other on social media. She posted an image, but I wasn't too sure. If someone else hit me, they said, not to front, but I think this girl is messing with your man.
What in the fuck?
Girl, it was a whole mess. This is like the beginning of 2015. My life was in shambles, y'all. Shambles. I started paying attention. You know how before you don't pay attention to it, but someone hips you?
Yep.
And I started noticing that there was an image I was posted, but the way she posted the image is where, like, it was kind of distant, it's kind of blurry. The way they took the picture, she's kissing him, but you can't really see his face. Then she started to get a little bold. I guess on one instance, me and him were going to church, and we took a selfie together, and I posted it off to church. I guess that upset her because she's following my page. That upset her. Then, like, a few days later, she posted an image of him. She's laid out or something on him, but she takes an image of something around the area of his neck. And around that time, he had a tattoo on his neck, right here. It's the initial of his daughter's name. But it was kind of blurry, and I screenshot it and sent it to two of my friends. I'm like, doesn't this look like so-and-so's neck? They was like, girl, this is blurry. You can't really tell.
Oh, Jesus.
This is me. I said, wait, can I see your neck real quick? I want to see the tattoo real quick. Like,
yeah.
I want to get a look, and I kind of looked at his neck. And you know how, like, you know something's dead in your face, but you're, like, in denial?
You're just trying to make sure, like, your brain is not fucking with you.
Yes. Like, that shit was on my mind for almost 2 weeks, Jessica. I'm not going to lie. That shit was on my mind for 2 weeks. And I started praying on it. My girl was like, Peggy, whatever it is, whatever's being done in the dark is going to come to light. So I forgot what transpired, and girl got really bold, and she posted a picture of her in his bed, and he's sitting down, his sweats, he had a white beater on, and there's a tattoo, and a particular tattoo, I remember that tattoo. And I saw the image. Mind you, I'm at his house. He stepped away. He was driving my car.
You have to show me this girl.
I will. So I'm livid at this point because she posted it, and I'm like, yo, that's his fucking bed. That's his tattoo. There's no denying it. So I screenshot it and saved it on my phone. I called him, I'm like, are you on your way home? He's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, oh, nothing. I'll wait till you get here. I didn't show him any signs that I was pissed. Yeah. Because I didn't want him to do anything funny and not come back to the house because he's driving my car and I want to go the hell home. So, wait till he gets here. And I lay there. I was just sitting. I'm like, let's have a chat. And I'm like, what's this? I go, what the fuck is this? And he sat there. He couldn't say nothing. He couldn't deny it because the evidence is right there. I'm like, what the fuck is this about? And of course, what they're going to do is when they are entertaining a woman, they try to play it off, like downplay the other woman, like, oh, it's nothing. What? It was nothing. Like, of course, me and her end up having a conversation online because we don't have each other's numbers.
Yeah.
And she literally screenshot all the messages between them two through their tags and on their social media.
She's bold for even. Oh my gosh, she's so
I know.
dumb. She's so dumb.
So,
because in my head, like, you know we're together.
Yeah, at that point, that's what pissed me off. And then she was like, "Oh, you need to stop the theatrics and da da da." I was like, "Theatrics? There's no theatrics here. Like, you know what it was between me and him. I'm not gonna post someone that I'm not with. I don't move like that. I'm not gonna intentionally post
She
no
told you to stop with the theatrics?
Yeah, because I was like, you fucking knew we were together because you've been following my page. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you didn't know me. You knew of me.
Yeah.
And there were instances where, I think back in 2013 or 2014, me and him were going out to go somewhere. We posted a picture and she put roses under my fucking pic. Like she liked it.
Peggy, why did I not know this? I am like beyond myself. Like, how bold are you?
I know y'all like, yo, Peggy, you been through some shit, girl. And then she shows me all the messages. And I'm like, dude, there's no need for you to deny it or downplay her or make it seem like she was less than. I'm like, oh, this is why you would argue with me. So I wouldn't come over because she was coming over. These are her, because, you know, the screenshot was showing the dates. I'm like, okay, put two and two together. Yeah. All that other stuff. I was like, wow. I know if I was to do the exact same things he done to me, he wouldn't be able to handle that. And that's the problem I have with a lot of men. Not every man, but a lot of you men will do all this grimy shit to women, cheat on them, lie, do all this fucked up shit. But a woman even talking to her male work co-worker is a problem. Because you want to have your cake and eat it too, but you never express that you wanted that. Because some women probably don't mind doing the whole, oh, he can have two girlfriends type of thing. You didn't try that, but instead you'd rather be selfish and hurt the person that actually wanted to just be with you, not you and her. I don't share. I tell people all that polyamorous shit that y'all like, some of y'all may like, it works for y'all, but I don't share dick. Knowingly, I do not share dick. If it happens unknowingly, then that's because I had no choice in the matter. Yeah. Especially now with social media being a big part of how you find out someone was cheating. The person wants to one up the other woman. I'm like, but you know, at the end of the day, he played the both of y'all. It's fucked up because he did it to his wife or his girlfriend. Yeah. But you're the side chick, and what do you have to prove? You just look stupid at the end of the day. Like, he played you. He played with your heart too. You may try to front, but he played with your heart too. And he definitely broke his girlfriend's heart or his wife's heart because there's a level of trust they built there. Yeah. As opposed to you coming along, he just used you as entertainment. He probably obviously said nice things to get you to reel it in, but it's fucked up on both ends. And again, learning from that experience, not trying to take my anger out on the woman, knowing that he entertained her. But yet, this case, you knew about me to a certain extent, but you still to entertain him. And of course, we know men will lie like, "Oh, we're not together. We're just messing with each other. Oh, she's crazy." I've heard that before. "Oh, he said you were crazy. I'm crazy, but he's still entertaining me." But that's why I say some of y'all niggas like crazy women. Y'all call us crazy, but yet here you are. In my phone.
Crazy with me.
In my space. Yeah. Being crazy right with me, right? So, it's a lot.
Commandment number 3. Never go out in public. Which, clearly, homegirl broke the commandment. She was not a good side chick. She wanted to be the girlfriend. That's why she was being bold with all the other shit. But, yeah, like, you don't make it known that you are fucking with each other by going outside and having fucking dinner and shit. Number 4, no introduction to the crew. Bro, I'm dead.
What happened?
Can you imagine, like, yo, what if you, like, brought a girl around, like, oh, I'm talking to this chick. Like, I'm fucking with this chick, not talking. I'm fucking with this chick. And she's, like, a pass around or something. And your boys know her or whatever. Crazy. That's probably happened more often than not, but yeah. All right. So number 5 is no false hopes, expectations. We're not here to create an image for you to feel good about what you're doing. It's strictly sexual and nothing else. Never get jealous. Homegirl broke it up by reposting because she was upset with what Peggy posted. Trash. Know your role, shut your mouth. So harsh. Know your role and shut your mouth. Because I remember Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I don't even know if I want to say it out loud. I was talking to somebody. I remember what I believe was the ex called, and we were together. We were out together, and he told me like, "Oh, hold on," and then he went like this, and I just
He shushed you? My nigga shushed my friend. I cannot. He shushed you. I swear I've seen a movie like that.
He didn't like touch me, but he was just telling me like, oh, "Hold on, I'm about to answer this call." I was like, I mean, granted, after that incident, we stopped talking. Like, I think 2 weeks later, it just didn't sit right with me. Like, I kept like replaying that, and I'm like, well, why would you tell me to be quiet? That was weird of you. So
with his girl.
No, it wasn't his girl, but it was somebody. I'm assuming maybe he wanted to kindle the relationship, because I know for a fact they were not together. But they definitely. He definitely shushed me. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. No endearments or cute nicknames, because we're obviously not trying to create a false perception of what this is. This is strictly transactional. You are here to provide services, and then you can get the fuck out. Yes. Stay clear of the main chick, which yo, she was literally gunning for that fucking girlfriend role.
Now that I think about it, I should just let her have it.
You should have just been like, yo, you got that. Like, bro, you got that. Like, you knowingly know that this man is cheating on me. You got that. You want that? You got that. All right, and the last commandment, stay within the communication hours. No late night texts or calls. Only reach out when I reach out to you. And that's that.
Or you could fuck around and find out. I don't know. That's on y'all. I'm not saying it pertaining to me, but I'm saying like there's some girlfriends and wives who are about that life. You fuck around and find out, and they find out who you are. Good luck. Especially when you're bold with it.
Like, especially because like this man could have always been cheating on the girl, right?
Right.
And then you just happen to do the same as the other girl's been doing. But that was the last fuse for the wife or the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she fucking goes off.
Yeah.
Like, you could be that person that would be in harm's way because you were selfish and thinking, I can carry this, you know? So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of single men out there. Just go for the singles.
I know the population, the ratio, men to women ratio, there's actually more women on the earth than men. And supposedly not enough to share, I guess. Not share, to have one on your own if you're not sharing. My thing is, we're not supporting side chick activities. No. We're not saying that. But if you are one, it's just like,
be known.
Be well aware. If you cannot handle entertaining this man, knowing he's in a relationship, knowing how emotional you are, you might become emotionally attached, don't do that to yourself. Yeah. Please don't. Unless you know what type of woman you are, like, yo, I don't give a fuck about this nigga. He's providing a service. Yep. He's paying my bills. He's doing whatever. You know, I'm not pushing. You keep it pushing. But if that's not you, like the one of the commandments says, don't be jealous. Don't be trying to one up the girl or whatever. Or if you know the man is single. Yeah. Like prime example, the whole Diddy situation. Diddy is not claiming anybody. But when he posts images of him and Carisha. Right. I guess the other woman that he sometimes entertains, she feels the need to post an image of him doing something that he was doing. I guess last week, him and Carisha were in Paris or somewhere, Italy, somewhere. I don't remember, but they were out somewhere. They took some really nice pictures, and then she took upon herself to show a picture of Diddy knocked out, submitted the same bed as I guess her 2 or 3 year old daughter, and people were coming for her like, you're just trying to one up. Carisha.
Weirdo vibes.
It's very weird to me, and it's like,
I'm sure he was very clear on their relationship.
And he's not claiming either one of y'all to be his main girl, his girlfriend. He's just having fun, clearly. But I'm pretty sure he's open and honest about it, I hope.
Yeah.
Please be honest with what you're doing, because you're gonna fuck around with the wrong woman. She might be tapped, and you might be her last fucking straw. And like I said, you'll fuck around and find out.
I don't even have the capacity for that. Like, I legit will, like...
I had the capacity, I had the vehicle. So yeah.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about, like, the mental capacity. Like, I've never been in a relationship where I assumed or had a feeling that somebody was cheating on me and went out of my way to go find out. Because I know for a fact, that's one thing that I will always say. If a man isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing and he's being malicious or he's doing extracurricular activities outside of your relationship, you will find out. Yeah. You don't have to go actually searching for that shit because it will come to you.
Well, I don't think it was always like that for me. Sometimes, was I jumping to conclusion? Yes, it's my favorite sport. The fuck? Like, see how big my calf muscles are? It's for me jumping.
Like I said, I be jumping jack. I be doing jumping jacks.
Jump rope.
Hopscotch.
Double Dutch, hopscotch, like all of that, jumping into these leaps and bounds of conclusions. But I realized 9 times out of 10, it wasn't getting me nowhere. And 2, another thing I realized with most men, if you ain't got the fucking evidence, they will deny, girl. And if you don't catch them red-handed, even if you do, they'll still, that wasn't me. Well, nigga, who lives here? You? Like, or what? I know some people are like, oh, here these bitches go. It's like a form of abuse in a way, because you just emotionally abused me because you broke my heart, and now I just experienced this traumatic experience to a certain extent because I trusted you.
You asked me to forget it and
yes.
forgive and forget.
It's traumatic for me because I trusted in you, and I know...
What?
Huh?
Did you just say?
I said it's traumatic for me because I trusted.
That's not what you said.
Oh, I trusted. No, I trusted in you. Oh. Yo, she gets my fucking nerves. But... Again, we're not saying that,
I wanted to say that too, because I'm like...
We're not saying it's okay to be a side chick or supporting or side chick power. No, we're not saying that. We're just saying from our experiences, this is what from what we experienced, either knowingly being a side chick or unknowingly. This is our experience, and this is what, as a woman, this is what you should look for. But I know some people might say, if you feel like the person is not being honest with you, not being cheated, they might be cheating on you. Try having the conversation. Open the conversation. Like, yo, things are not feeling the way they used to. What's going on? Because you are giving that person the opportunity to talk to you and communicate. Because maybe they are waiting, but they don't know how to communicate that, and you took that first step. And I know it's hard, but then again, you know that saying they usually say to us when we're like, what's the point of going through the nigga's phone if you're just going to cry and still stick around? Like, that was me. I did that.
Somebody had asked me that because we had a conversation about, like, why do women go through phones and whatever? Like, if you're gonna stay and cheat, like if you're gonna stay
after he done cheated.
Yeah, after he done cheated. And I was like, you never had like a feeling about something, like something was off, and you just wanted to confirm it. He was like, no, I just wait for the shit to pass. And I'm like, you're just trying to prove your point,
right? And
your point is trash. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if I have a sense for something, okay, to be fair, I'm not the girl that's gonna, you cheated and I stay. I've never been in a relationship that I know my significant other cheated and I stayed. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think I have one.
You never stayed?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I cheated, but that's sizable.
She's a different Virgo. I told her she's the nigga.
Oh my god. I'm
the emotional one, like.
Oh my god. And then there's me, like, I have people who I've cheated on that stayed, but I've never stayed. And I don't think I never had a significant other. I've definitely messed with guys and I assume that we're like, okay, we're just gonna keep it just me and you and we're not gonna entertain other people.
Right.
But we're not in a relationship. Right. I've had that, and then I find out like, oh, they're talking to this chick or they're talking to that chick, and so I fucking leave. Like, hence the dude that got punched in the mouth. I'm gonna get my lick back, and it's gonna start with this punch. But yeah, I don't know. For me, if I have a feeling, I either wait for something to drop, but if it's like still like if it's bothering me and I'm like nothing's coming to me, I'm gonna have to go searching for it.
Yeah. And
I search through everything. I search through all your socials, your phone. I'm paying attention to patterns. I'm paying attention to like everything that you normally do on a regular basis. If you do anything slightly off, I'm like picking up on it.
I totally agree. See, Okay, I get it. I was saying I was jumping to conclusion. There were times I did jump into conclusion. I think part of it was me being hurt in the past and not healing from that. Mm-hmm. So I would automatically assume, oh, he's not doing this. Oh, he must be cheating. But maybe at that point in time he wasn't. But what made me start to stoop around was his beta ribs started acting funny. Like the phone would ring, instead of him answering it, right, he would like put the phone face down. Like, who's that? Answer it. Or I had an ex one time, the phone ring, he ignored it, but then all of a sudden he had to go to the bathroom. He was in the bathroom for a minute. I started to get irritated. I went to the bathroom like, you taking a shit, nigga? You fell in the toilet?
Oh my god. I remember, now that you brought that up, dude, my ex in the very early talking stages, I went out one night, like we were probably like 2 or 3 months in. Mm-hmm. I went out one night and I didn't get home until 4 in the morning, but I was with my girls, like whatever. And he wasn't feeling that. He was like, why are you getting home at 4 o'clock in the morning? But mind you, I was at my friend's house. Like, it wasn't like I was out, whatever. And I text him oblivious to the fact that he hates when people, like, he thinks, like, if you're in a relationship, you should be home at, like, there's a time that you're supposed to be home. It doesn't matter. I say all of this to say, I was trying to get my friends to, like, vouch for me, right? So I'm in the bathroom, like, yo, if he asks you, like, tell him that was with you. Which I was, but, like, somebody picked me up and dropped me off at home, and I didn't tell him that part. So I was like, yo, you dropped me off at home, like, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm in the bathroom, like, sending all the text messages, but also deleting the text message. So if he was to go through my phone, he wouldn't see it. That's crazy. And and I'm pretending like I'm taking a number 2, but I wasn't. I was in there, like, fighting for my life, like, trying to send text messages. And he knocks on the door. He's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, yo, I didn't know there was a timestamp for taking a shit. Even though I wasn't taking a shit. And so, yeah.
I'll never forget. I swear to God, I told you this. That's why he's like, yo, you're so fucking crazy. My ex was asleep. Mm-hmm. Knocked. And his phone kept vibrating. And this is the same day when he went to the bathroom. He's knocked. My fingers, as you guys can see, they're skinny. And I think around that time, I was still with acrylics were heavy and, you know, your little French tips, whatever. So I slid my fingers, index and middle finger. Grab the phone. Look. And you know how when you're stupid around, yeah, the person doesn't start moving, you're looking like. And then I was like, seeing the text messages between that. So I text him out like, oh, rule number 1, don't text the girls. He's entertaining, right, guys. Waste your time, because what they're gonna do is when they discover it's the girlfriend or wife, and they're gonna say anything to piss you off even more, because they know they're fucking and sucking your man. So I'm gonna add more salt to the wound. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know, he has a girlfriend, because when I started tracking the messages, the only time she would get any entertainment or any play for him was after I leave. Oh. When I'm at work or after I leave, yeah, and stuff. And I used to notice how he used to say, oh, I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm like, why not? Because you said you was going to sleep right after I left. That don't make no sense. He's like, oh, I couldn't sleep. And
that's because you were too busy texting the side.
And I had my evidence. I was able to log into his T-Mobile account. And I saw the call logs.
To her boyfriend currently, please be careful.
Nah.
He's not doing anything, but
no.
Like,
and even if he was,
let him do his thing and just keep it pushing.
Yeah, I'm learning not to even stress myself out and do all that.
Right.
Just leave. I know it's easier said than done, but I've left situations that even in the dating phase, I'm like, oh no, I'm about to do
oh my god, I'm quick to be like, ew, I hate the way he cuts his steak. I can't.
She don't like the way he breathes. Or blinks his eyes. Yep. Done that.
I hate the way he puts on his pants before he puts on. Oh, I hate the way that he puts on his shirt before his pants.
They probably like this is why this bitch still single.
It's fine.
But no, I looked at his call log. He was talking to this phone number for like 50 minutes to over an hour, and I'm like, right. And this nigga would text me, oh, I'm going to sleep, but nigga's still up, but then yet you tell me you're tired or you woke up late. Because you overslept. How you oversleep if you told me you're going back to sleep? Whatever. And eventually, I ended up finding out, yet again, he was sleep cheating. old girl left
Yeah.
underwears in his bed.
So.
So.
That's not a tall tale that a side chick's trying to be discovered so she can be the main chick.
Girl, her underwear was still dirty though. Like, if you're gonna leave something,
my
leave
God,
some panties. Them shits, I lifted up with a pen. I'm like, this ain't mine. And it got stains. I can't. God, I know y'all probably looking like, Peggy, you dealt with some trash ass man. I am well aware.
Peggy, I'm pain. Oh my God.
Sorry.
It was dirty.
It was dirty. It had a stain in it.
Oh my God, my stomach hurts.
Yeah, I dealt with some trash man. That's
what do they call it? What was on her panties? What do they usually call it?
Skin marks?
No.
A vagina skin marks? I don't fucking know.
No, what is it called like when your vagina cleans itself?
Oh, vaginal discharge?
Yeah, she had discharge on her fucking...
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was on the mattress. This is me. This is, okay. I've always been, once I am carrying, even ask my friends, when I'm over their house and I eat, or even if I didn't eat, I just drink out of a cup, I end up washing the stuff out there. So it's just how I am. I'll do that.
I don't like people washing my
and
stuff.
she allows me to wash her shit. So I'll put things back to where they were.
Yeah.
And me being the girlfriend that I am, I was like, oh, let me just make his bed because he said he didn't get to finish doing his laundry. So I literally went there on the premise of I'm waiting for him to come home from work.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not being nosy. I'm just fixing the sheets. And I pulled the covers and something fell. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I looked, saw a flower print, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's definitely not mine. So I took a pen, and I'm like, and I called him like, yo, all I said was, yo, are you fucking kidding me right now? And you know how you can tell someone's smiling on the phone without seeing their face?
Yep.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You think this shit's fucking funny? You think this shit's a fucking game? Like, I had to hit up my other girl at the time, and she was like, you need to leave now. Because if you stay there, click. So, again and again, I listened to those, and
2-for-1 special bracelet.
Clicking. Yo, literally, I think about how my brain works the moment, like, I avoided those situations that could have put me in a worse awkward position. And that man was still going to entertain other bitches. So I could have still been in jail. He still would have moved on. He probably would have reminisced like, yo, that bitch was crazy. She's still serving time, though. You know, ruining my life, can't do things the way I want to and have a record over some nigga. Yep. Like, that didn't really respect me. And then realizes years later, oh, I fucked up. Too late for that, buddy. Like, pal. It's funny. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but a lot of the men that I, had a serious relationship with and they fucked me over, they realize years later, like, yo, I messed up. Like, I fucked up an opportunity with a good woman. I was young. I was dumb. I fucked up. I'm like, well, thanks for realizing that, but I will never get back with you again. I'm on a different level that I can't go back down to where I was.
You are not even on the same. You're not even. You couldn't reach it if you wanted to.
No. So when you guys do see me talk about my man now, it's not just to gloat. It's to I'm happy because I finally found something that is fit for me, and that's what I was looking for. Yeah. And still, I had to work on myself. I had healing too, but. This is like someone who understands me. I feel comfortable with him. He allows me to be myself. We can talk to each other. And he checks me when I need my nuts checked. Because I get beside myself sometimes. And there are times I realize it like, babe, I'm sorry. I was like being an asshole today. You wasn't catching me saying that a few years ago. Babe, I'm sorry for being an asshole. Nigga, I said what I said. I wasn't admitted to that. And he has me in my soft phase. I don't have to be tough.
Feminine energy.
Yes, I don't have to be tough and try to prove something. Sometimes I need a reminder, like, babe, I'm here, I got you, da-da-da. But I had to always show and prove, like, all right, you ain't gonna do it, I'll fucking handle it. Because why are you here? Yeah. I don't have to do that.
One time, you ain't quick with the feet, I'll do it myself.
Forget it. I'll handle it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to feel that way with him. And that's what I love. And it's like, it sucks. But yes. That hurt mushing me. The disrespect. Y'all think I'm mean? She's actually meaner than me.
No, I'm not. That's not true. But anyways, let's end this here so that we're not over here
Don't end it like that. Guys, we just want y'all to know, we're not saying, again, side chicks
is where it's at.
No, we're not saying that. If you choose to do
I'm
that,
gonna so clip that.
if you choose to do that, like I said,
Side
fuck
chicks
around and find
is where
out.
it's at.
That's all you. That's on you. Fuck around and find out. That's up on y'all. And we're gonna have an episode eventually on side niggas. Y'all are out here too.
I've had some.
And she can speak on that. Some of y'all are side niggas or openly side niggas and prefer
Oh my god,
to be side
prefer
niggas.
to be side niggas.
Prefer.
I mean, it's less responsibility.
You still have your responsibilities. You got to know the code and the lines. You have to follow guidelines.
Yeah, maybe I could find a 10 side man commandment. Yeah,
Probably, it would be similar to the side chick
similar.
one.
Yeah, because it applies.
It still applies. And some men be catching feelings
And they
too.
will probably follow all 10 commandments with no issues. Because
No,
again,
there's some men that catch feelings too. They be forgetting.
I'm about to end this here, but I remember someone that I was like messing with. He wasn't my side dude, but we were just like, we're both single, but kind of like, you know, friends with benefits, I guess.
Yeah.
And he had asked me out, and I, like to make it official, and I said no. I just got kind of like out of a relationship. I don't really want to do that. Like I'm pretty raw.
Yeah.
And then months go by, and like feelings are getting deeper because now he's breaking some of the commandments, like being affectionate and sleeping over and all this other stuff. And then I brought it up again. He's like, no, I kind of like where we're at. And I was like,
damn,
fuck.
emotional damage. Literally, you better clip that shit.
Oh my God.
Yo,
yeah. So
that's
I was
crazy.
like, I messed up the back foot. But granted, he wasn't a good person. Like, he actually, yeah, he was a good person to me. But he's gonna be a dude. He's gonna be a nigga. Like, he's gonna do what he does.
Okay.
So.
But again, we'd like to thank you guys for listening in, catching up with us, and
The morale is pretty low over here. It's getting late.
yeah,
We're tired.
it's been a long day, but
Long day.
we appreciate y'all for joining us yet again. And also remember, Jessica always remind y'all to like, subscribe, comment,
hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any of our episodes when they drop Tuesdays, starting October 25th. So yeah, bye guys.
Thank you.
Just